All right, welcome back. So let's take a look at Ray. You can create, publish, and track SEO blogs with AI-powered research and WordPress publishing. So this is an all-in-one AI content writer. Looks like a couple of these are starting to come back into AppSumo. This one seems like it's got some traction behind it already. We can go over here and take a look at the traffic. It's got 4,000 visitors going through it, and their website is really impressive. The way that they've designed and put all this effort into their website is pretty impressive. I've already kind of checked out their entire website, integrate with all these different tools. You can add in Google Search Console. It replaces all these other writing tools. They have your FAQs. And they have a pricing as pay per blog pricing. And so that's what you're kind of getting even with the AppSumo deal. They have this calculator. Let's say I wanted to do 30 blogs per month and at 1,500 words and calculate. So that'd be $90 in total. You can look at everything else on their website. So it looks pretty good. You can integrate a Google Search Console, WordPress. I'd like to see other platforms besides WordPress because a lot of people are kind of getting away, including myself, from WordPress. It would be nice to see some other integrations there. Look at the creator. I looked, it didn't look like they had any other applications that they've launched on AppSumo before. I do like that they have a video right here. I didn't watch it, but I really like when they have a video right there. This is a newer software that's only October, November, December, January, February. It's only about 4 months old. Just keep that in mind. It's very new. They do have 10 plus employees apparently already working on the project. And it's got a couple of 5-star reviews already. And someone had said something about the support is really good if you need to reach out to support. So I'm going to just jump right into the tool right over here. And unfortunately, it's having a hard time scanning my site. So I'm going to go ahead and just go like this, and maybe we can put, maybe it's not scanning my site because it's not on WordPress, but let's just go and use a different website. So we will do this right here. I'll go with realistic pay, and perhaps this will be a better example because it works with WordPress even better. We'll come over here and we'll go like that. And then we'll put realistic pay in right here, which is a WordPress site. And what it's supposed to do is go out there and analyze your website. And for whatever reason, like I said, my other site, LearnWire, is hosted on Ghost. And right now, yeah, this part is just not working. So that's not very good, right? We're not able to use the tool right here. It does say contact support. So I'm gonna have to do that and end my review for now until they can sort this out. Okay, so I'm going to continue. You can see I went with the help center right over here, explained everything, talking with their AI assistant here. And then I said, hey, I want to talk to a human, boom, right here. And then it says the team will get back to you soon. But after pushing refresh, I was able to come back over here, and it looks like I'm going to try one more time, and it's without the HTTP or anything like that. And let's see if that works. So I'm going to try one more time to scan. Yeah, I'm just getting an error right here. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Okay, so I'm on with support, and this is less than 5 minutes. And they're back, and they're saying that this is a known issue. They're working on it right now. This is a recent issue, and our team is fixing it currently. I sent them a screenshot of that. This issue should be resolved within the next 45 to 65 minutes. We will come back, and I'll finish this review later. Proceed right there, and you're going to see tell us more about your target audience. It picks that out for us. Then you're going to go with English, all, picked out the right countries, proceed right there. They fixed this the same morning that we had recorded the first part of the video. Pretty happy with that so far. It picks out this. You can come over here, conversational. We can go over here to simplified, clear. We'll go with clear and grounded. That looks good. First person, and then proceed right there. This is how you'll do your setup. And then right here, select a style for your cover image generation. You have all these different ones we can go with right over here. Realistic, vintage film, cyberpunk. I'll probably go with realistic, or maybe vintage film might be kind of cool. Let's just go with that. Okay, perfect. So we are in the tool finally. All right, so we're going to go through here. We can create a new blog. Let's write some awesome content. You're going to see your credits up here. You got your dashboard. You have your blog post keywords, SEO analytics, and we will just go and create our first blog. That seems like what they're telling us to do right now. So let's do that. So I'm going to click on that. One thing that's kind of strange is I click on this button and nothing happens, right? Nothing happens with clicking on this video, but when you click over here, new blog, it does work. Little things they do need to fix. I do recommend they probably put that as United States as the first country, because most of their customers are probably going to be from the United States. Select a primary keyword. I'm going to go with selling online courses. Go next. Find secondary keywords. Select up to 5 secondary keywords. Keyword research. How to create an online course. Course creation tools. How to promote courses. Marketing tips. Generate a category, select one category. This will be used to generate your blog title: strategic, action-oriented, educational, problem-solving. Let's go with problem-solving. And then we have our category right over here. Subcategory: challenges, mistakes to avoid, overcoming challenges, step-by-step resolutions. And let's go with step-by-step resolutions. And then we're going to go generate title. So it takes us through that process. And now we're going to go create a title. This is going to be our primary keyword. So when it says create new blog, that is literally like your blog post. This is going to be selling online courses as the main blog post. We can select, I'm going to go 2,500 words. No, let's just go with 1,500 words. Sell online courses, a step-by-step guide for beginners, how to start selling online courses, 10 problem-solving steps for selling online courses. Let's go with that. We're going to generate our outline real quick. So as you can see, once we got through some of those kind of headaches in the beginning, which you're probably not going to run into that, and I'm going to leave that in just because I like the transparency. I like to show you, and nothing against the tool. They fixed it immediately. We're good. But I like to also leave some of those challenges that I have in there. That's what I believe makes me different, instead of making this polished and make you believe that this tool is just insane and there's never any problems with these tools. I'm not going to do that to you. So we're going to come over here. We have our blog outline. Once we got over that little initial hiccup, everything has been really smooth sailing since then. And we've been able to really just click buttons and get through to this part. So give me more suggestions. We can click that right there as well. This is the 10 problem right there. Boom. I think this looks good. Inspect sources. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do right here. We have our blogs, knowledge, our knowledge base, introduction, the warm up, the takeoff right there. Get response. We have a bunch of information over here. We can click on the different information and sources that we're getting our information from, but I'm not really seeing, we can customize the outline as well, which is great. But I think what we're supposed to do now is just push inspect sources. So we're going to click that, fetching research insights. So now it's going to take from all the research and it's going to apply that to our outline. You can see where it's going to processing 6 new sources right over here. So it's going to add those sources to our outline right over here in real time. It's telling us we have about 43 seconds left before this is done. And we're probably going to push this button over here, auto pick sources. It unlocks once all sources finish loading. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right, so it said it's completed the analysis. Select info below. So you're going to have all these sources of information and facts that we can add into the content. We're going to come over here. You can actually add new sources and so forth. You can select all. We can't do that until this is actually done processing. So this happens over here on the right-hand side of the screen, happens first and finishes. And then right now it's adding all these sources right over here. And then that's when we can go and add a source. That's when we can select all auto pick sources. So I'm going to go ahead and what do we do next, right? I think write my blog, auto pick sources. I think it already picked that. It's going to auto pick the sources, validating, auto selecting. I just wanted to push that so you guys could see it does take those sources away. You can add your own sources right there as well. This part's a little bit confusing. Not quite sure what we're supposed to do in here. You can tell it's pretty powerful, but not really sure what the exact recommended steps are. I probably shouldn't have pushed that. I probably should have just pushed write blog, but it's validating and auto selecting, and we'll be right back. Now you can see it's starting to add those sources. It's auto picking high authority and speculation, and it really identifies all these, and it's going to go ahead and move those sources over here to the appropriate spots. Now it's auto picked the sources right there. We already did that. And now I believe the next thing to do is we have our tone. That's the tone. You can switch that if you want to. Review draft, and let's write the blog post. We're going to click that button right there, I believe. And now it's going to create our blog post for us. And you can see it's writing right in front of us. The 10 problem-solving steps for selling online courses successfully. Most advice about selling online courses starts with build it and they will come. That's a lie. The graveyard. Let's come back over here. The graveyard of abandoned teachable accounts proves it. What actually separates profitable course creators from those who quit after 6 months isn't production quality or even expertise. It's a systematic approach to solving real problems before they become expensive mistakes. Think of launching a course like opening a restaurant. The food might be incredible, but without a foot traffic, a working kitchen, and a reason for people to choose this spot over the one next door, the doors close within a year. So identify your profitable niche. And then we have a teachable. So we have some external links going on in there, which is great. And then we have something that just popped out. Blog generation has been created. Rayo agent is done. So try Rayo agent, chat with edit and done. Let's go ahead and try the agent. So you have an agent over here that's going to help you edit. And then you have your stats. Readability score grade 1. I don't know if that's even possible. We'll see what Hemingway has to say about that. We can check for plagiarism and we can view our references. There's only a couple sources when we had like 1 million sources from the start. I really don't understand that part right there. But we're going to go back into the stats. Grade 1, check plagiarism. It's going to say 0 plagiarism right there. References right here. I still don't understand why there's just 2 references. We can see grade 1. What are the stats of the amount of words that were written? Okay, 1,400 words. A banned word filter. So we would need to set that banned word filter up right over here. Oh, that's branding. Okay, so banned words list. I love that. They have a banned words list. I could go and paste that in right there. You can ban external sites as well. Integrations, they have WordPress, Shopify, Webflow. Oh, Webflow is coming soon. Dang it. They need to add Ghost. They need to add Ghost soon. This is where you'll connect your WordPress site. Kind of getting a little off of where I was at, general, and then we'll go back there. Okay, so we're back to the blog article. It will tell you secondary keywords have been used, and then the selling courses has been used 4 times right there. So you're definitely not keyword stuffing in any way. I'm just going to scan through here. Structure course content. We've got a table, choose course creation tools. You've got Learn Worlds, Thinkific. You can create table, you can shorten, you can create a list. So there's a lot of options. Thinkific, we can move this like that. That's pretty cool. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the main ones, but there's plenty that we could add more in there if we wanted to. Price your course strategically. Got a bunch of stuff right over here. And it says 80 words selected, right? So if I select this whole paragraph right here, we could say, hey, rewrite this, and this Rayo AI will rewrite that for you. And so what I'm going to do is just go over here. You can add links. I'm not seeing the pictures or images added. Regenerate, save draft, focus mode, connect your content management system. As far as images, add an image. You're going to click and drag and drop. I'm not seeing where maybe this was created for us. I'm not really sure if that was created for us as the main image. I'm just going to say save draft. And I'm just going to go and copy this whole thing if I can. Nope. We'll export it as a docx real quick. We'll open that up. But we're still missing the title. So even though we exported it, they have the main title here, but then they also have this as like an H2 right here, which is kind of interesting. That's an H2 right there. So we just come over here and go paste, and we need to put that as a heading 1. So I'm going to go Control A, copy, and we'll come back in here and we'll start grading some of this content. So we're going to go into Grammarly and give you guys the stats. So we're going to go with a new doc and we'll paste this in. Let that run. We'll also come into Hemingway and we will paste that in and see what the true measure is, grade 10. So they're saying it was a grade 1. I knew that was just no way. Grade 10 is definitely passable and definitely respectable, but of course you want it to be grade 9 or less, but definitely not bad. Then we'll go over here and we will just paste what we can in over here and we will detect the text. We'll come back up over here. We got a 96 score over here in Grammarly. Again, a grade 10 in Hemingway, and we will see what 0GPT comes up with for us. It is saying your text is likely human written, may include parts. So I'm very impressed with that it got only 39% as AI. So that means that 60% of it is human written, and it's saying it's likely written by humans. So this is probably, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below what you consider the most important part. Is it the Hemingway readability score? Is it the Grammarly and grammar and so forth? Is it the AI detectability? Google says that they're not against AI, but I think that the more human you can pass, and this is just one tool saying that it's human written, right? But the more it can state that it is human written, probably the better, right? So that's that. Let's go back over here. So the content does look pretty good to me. It created a table, it chunks out the content, it did a frequent asked question. I do think that it did a really good job. I think there's some SEO features right over here. Here's your cover. Let's just go look at what the image is. American Studies. You guys know another software that I've been promoting a lot lately. It blows every other AI content generating tool out of the water when it comes to creating the thumbnail for your blog post and then creating the images throughout. This doesn't make any sense, right? We would need to go and redo that from an image standpoint. I want to get it back out of here. We've got a blog post It's in draft mode right over here. Let's go click on the overview. There's our blog post right there. SEO analytics. We would need to go and get our search console, and then you would be able to have a nice dashboard in here. I do like this to where if you start using this tool, I am a big fan of choosing a tool, sticking with it, and letting it be your tool. And don't get it caught up in the weeds of like, I need 10 other AI writing software tools. Pick one and use it. In this case, they do have a great environment. The fact that they're letting you're able to hook up to the search console, you can get your analytics and all that. And then you can go in here and let's go see if we can do some keyword research in here. So it's going to suggested keywords. It's going to give a volume and a difficulty level. Are there any that are not difficult? Yeah, there's some right over here. There isn't any in green, but we do have these in white right over here. So it is saying that like maybe online educational trends. What is that? So we just go like that and we save that. Or do we click on this and save that one as well? Voice search trends. That's just an auto save right there, right? So then you have these keywords that you're saving to the bottom. Again, it's selecting its country automatically. I would love to be able to have this default to the country that I live in. So I'm going to go like that. We could come through here and start looking at something else, maybe right here and right there. So we're adding some more keywords, generate more keywords. So we have some keywords right over here. Let's push the generate keywords button real quick and see what that does. It's going to go and fetch more keywords. I don't know where it's getting keyword information from. Hopefully it's getting it from SEMrush or something like that. It is able to tell if it's a commercial intent or intent and the difficulty level. So it does do the keyword research for us. We can come through over here and start looking at some more keywords. And then let's say you want to write an article. Then you would just go click on that and you would upload keywords, export keywords. Not really sure, but I guess there really isn't a whole lot that you would do other than exporting them. So really, I think you would just go like this. And what would you do? Delete. I do think that they should keep this to a point where if you use a keyword that you would also mark it as used so that you don't end up doing keyword research in the future. Unfortunately, try to write on the same keyword. I would add that feature. The way this works is that you're going to go grab this keyword right over here and then you're going to go create a new blog post. And again, everything defaults to India. They need to be able to let us come over here if we can actually go to profile settings and maybe we can actually change this somewhere. Plans, nope. Transaction logs, right over here, nope. So there's no way from what I'm seeing that we can actually, we've even selected United States right over there. They definitely need to make it available that we can, here's the language, right? We've selected English right there. We've selected our countries and locations right here. And it is still choosing India every time. And so they definitely need to kind of fix that. So overall, this was Ray, a software that allows you to create, publish, and track SEO blogs with AI-powered research and WordPress publishing. I thought it was pretty good. It's a pretty impressive tool. I would probably give it like a B, a B+. I would say I would probably give this just a nice 4.0 rating, 4 stars out of 5. I think that just some of those hiccups in the beginning and maybe like the little keyword research thing where we can't really mark it as already done, just some little things. I think that it's pretty powerful and I don't think it's the best content quality that I've seen, but it's pretty good. It's doing a lot of research and using sources and so forth. So the only other way that I would be able to move this up is testing this and ranking some content on Google and then my score would go up. But overall, solid. The link will be below. I could recommend this if you're looking for an all-in-one tool. It does look like they are geared up and ready for the long haul. So this was Ray. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.